Three, two, one. Hello, everyone. I know I've been kind of absent in my posting. I've just been like really busy with like school and work and just like trying to balance my self care, like practicing what you preach. Like, I'm juggling a lot right now, and where are we? I have 2 more weeks of school, and like I'm kind of behind on this one class. Like, I'm just like at the point where I'm over it. And when I'm over it, like I just don't care, which is not a good mentality to have. But it's just like the class is just like useless to me. But I'm trying to like push myself and motivate myself to get stuff done. So I woke up this morning, but first of all, different. My hair's different. Yeah, I had like a moment where I was super stressed and I felt like, I always reference like the Britney 2007 moment when she like just shaved her head. I was going through that one night. I was just like, oh my gosh, like I'm just so stressed. I want to cut off all my hair. Like I want to do something dramatic. But then I was like, I'm going to regret it. So I just went bleach happy. And it's funny because after I went bleach happy and put dye on my hair, it didn't come out the way that I wanted it to, but we live and we learn. I feel like I can pull off any color. That sounds so narcissistic, but it's working. Like nobody has told me like, oh, I hate your hair color, or at least not to my face. But it's funny because when I went to get a haircut, because like after I do a lot of damage to my hair, I have to cut it so that way like it looks good, but also like it can grow back stronger. Does that make sense? So when I got to my hairdresser, this looks really dark. Come on, son. Okay, hopefully this sun can stay. Maybe I need to talk faster. Maybe I'm talking too much. Anywho, so when I got to my hairdresser, I sat down in her chair. She had went to like get some water, and so she told me to go sit in her chair, so I did. When she comes back, she's like, what did you do? She just like looked at me and she's like, well, like what happened? And I was like, I just started laughing and she started laughing and she's like, shake my head. And it's funny because like, I've been going to her for like years. And the fact that like I could just sit down in her chair and she look at my hair and she could be like, what did you do? Like you did something. Just shows that like building those bonds is important. Anywho, so she ended up cutting my hair and then she gave me a lesson on why I shouldn't dye my hair at home. And if I'm having those moments, just like book an appointment. And I'm like, fair, but like, this was like late at night, you're not open, and like I needed it done right then and there. Anywho, so, and she made a joke because I don't really like, it's not that I don't like, I shouldn't say that. I just get bored with my curly hair. So like sometimes I texturize it and I loosen the curl. So since I bleached it, like my curls are not as tight, so it's a little loose, which is a positive because, yeah, it just gets like boring just having the same haircut, same hairstyle all the time. So that's why I tend to change up a color. I think I want to change up my style, just like things are brewing. Anywho, so now that I'm back and I'm vlogging again, I woke up this morning and I was like, I'm feeling like unmotivated, I'm feeling tired, but then I was like, oh, like, the season has changed, although it snowed like this week. I'm gonna change my bedding because I have my winter bedding on, and maybe if I change it to my spring summer bedding, then I'll feel better. So that's what I'm gonna do today. So, a fun fact. So my maternal grandmother lives in the States. So when I lived in Ottawa last year, she brought me a whole bunch of like different beddings and stuff and asked me like what colors I wanted. So typically I go for like neutral bedding colors. But I think I'm gonna ask her to like get me more fun pattern designed ones, because somebody keeps taking the ones that she brings for me, and then it doesn't end up on my bed. But that's a story for another time. So I'm thinking, yeah, if I change my bedding, then maybe I'll like be like, oh, I don't like, it's not winter anymore, you know. The other thing that I run into, like the other problem, is that I sleep with like 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 7. I sleep with like 7 pillows, body pillows to come. So when I change my bedding, like I like to have my pillowcases match, obviously. So I kind of have to like see what's in the inventory and then kind of match everything so it flows. Like I just don't want mixed match pillowcases because I think that's a little janky. So yeah. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna go look in the inventory. I feel like that's gonna be a little bit boring. So once I find the final product, I'll record, and then you can come with me to switch my bedding. So be right back. Alright, y'all. So I'm not a candy person, but certain candies I can get behind. This is off topic, and this chewing is not cute, but maybe I shouldn't chew on camera. Candies, the only candies I'm more of a chocolate person. My sister, well, my older sister is the candy person. I was always the chocolate person. So the candies that I do eat, that I can't find anymore, like I'm actually so upset. So Maynard's gummy bears, like those are the only type of gummy bears that I will eat. I went to the gas station a couple of times and separate like, or different gas stations, and they don't carry them anymore. Like I'm upset, but I'll eat Fuzzy Peaches. Well, gummy bears, Maynard's gummy bears, Fuzzy Peaches, gummy worms. I prefer the non-sugared ones, and then like Lifesavers gummies. Those peeler candies are actually kind of good too, and there's not a lot in them, so I'll eat those as well. But that's really all the candy that I eat. Anywho, back to our regular scheduled programming. Alright, so I was able to find stuff that matches. So these are going to be my pillowcases. The theme is blue. I had a fitted sheet. Sorry, I found a sheet. Like, you know, you put your fitted and then you put your sheet like over it and then you have your comforter. I started doing the reverse where like I put the sheet and then I put the fitted over it to keep the sheet from like moving. When I lived on my own and had my apartment, the way that my room was like set up was that like my bed was against the wall, so like it was easier to have the sheet over it and just tuck it in without it moving. But yeah, anywho, so this theme I'm transitioning to is blue. So I found pillowcases that match. My main pillows that I use, I always put 2 over it. So I was thinking about doing this on top, this on the bottom, but then I was like, you can't really see the matching, so I'm going to try it reverse. This one first, this one on top, so it matches the sheet. This is the comforter. Although it's spring, it's a light comforter. It's not like my winter one. And I get cold really easily, so I always like to have like a comforter on my bed. So, okay. So now I'm going to tear apart my bed and get everything sorted. So I'm going to record it, but I think I'm going to like time lapse it because y'all don't need to see me struggle. So be right back. Let me reposition myself. Alright, time for the fun part. So I've stripped my sheets. This is just like a mattress cover that I got when I got my bed. Okay, so I'm going to put this down first. This is the wrong side. And okay. So my day today, I was supposed to edit this assignment. I'm going to edit this assignment because I have to. But then after my assignment, I was going to meet up with my cousin for pho. But I had to switch shifts with somebody because I'm working today now. I work 5 to 9:30. But I wasn't supposed to work today. So because I have something to do next weekend, one of my coworkers switched shifts with me. So after I'm done work, my cousin and I are gonna hang out. We're not gonna get pho because all the places close so early. On a Saturday, come on now.
I like to try and make this as even as possible. Okay, so let's see. Mission impossible. The problem is that I have bins underneath my bed. It's so annoying. Like working retail, like, don't. If you don't have to, don't. Save your money if you do. It's not worth it in the end. Okay.
I should give I'm out of breath. I should give this a name. But this is my weighted anxiety dog. I don't know if I've talked about this. But so I used to work with a barriered population, and we had one of these, and we had a snake. And when I lived on my own, it was the first time I was living on my own, and not me getting sentimental, but I had anxiety because when I was on my own, I was in a place where I didn't know anybody. There's perks and benefits to it, but I also I'm afraid of heights, and I was on the 23rd floor, and that's so scary. The first little bit, I had anxiety because I'm so high up. I had to, yeah. So when I saw this, I ordered this, and, I would, sleep with this. And, when it, severely thunderstorms and there's lightning and it's raining, this comes in handy. One time I was on, FaceTime with my best friend, and I had this, and she's like, what is that? It's oh, it lost its bandana, but, yeah, I do sleep with this. I do like this. It comforts me. Alright, so now I'm going to put my pillows. Okay, y'all, so this is the final... Oh, no, my skin breaking out. Anywho, this is the final. We're blue and like kind of beige, but it flows for me. We've gone blue, so that's how that goes. Alright, so I forgot I had this. I didn't forget that I had it. It's actually on my desk chair. So my bestie gave me, like, surprised me with like a gift when I was on my own in the mail, and she got me this blanket, and I think it's so cute because it says uncle, it says hero. What else does it say? Says, oh, best uncles get promoted to godfather. Godfather, like a regular father, only cooler. Partner in crime sounds like bad influence. Leveled up to godfather. Basically, I'm a godfather. So I'm going to put this on my bed. And beforehand, I had my Roots one. And I travel with this one because sometimes I get a little bit homesick. I love green, so this is like kind of like my travel one. So I'm going to put this on my desk chair. Then what I'll do is do this. I actually might put this on my wall. I'm not sure. But for now, it'll go here. So it looks like that. It looks like that. Alright, so I'm gonna go throw these in the basement and start my assignment. So wish me luck, and I'll either check in or